It took a film about apartheid, a dry white season, to lure Brando back to the screen after 9 years.
Oh, here's one that might please you indeed. His jaw broken, his nose broken, his cheekbone crushed. And all that while this man was trying to get out of a window.
It hasn't been a happy return. Brando blames his displeasure with the dry white season on MGM, the distributor. He says he's disgusted with the way the film was edited and the way his scenes, which he says he wrote and directed himself, were chopped up.
Now, I have to make something clear. Usually, and it's very easy to come to the conclusion, well, he's interested in his performance and he's irritated because he was cut out of the thing. I don't give a damn about that, because I've hit the cutting room floor I don't know how many times in how many pictures. And I just get up, I dust myself off, and I go out and buy myself a hot dog and watch the pigeons in the park. I mean, what the hell do I care? But pictures that I care about, pictures that have some meaning. And I cared about a great deal about this picture, and I hate to see it run down and shunted off presented in the manner that it is presented, when it could be a far more effective drama than it is.
What promises do you think the producers or MGM reneged on regarding you?
Well, very simply, they reneged on a very clear and defined, documented offer to present the picture in another way, and then they suddenly turned around and didn't do it, and said, I got a letter from Jeff Barbaco to the effect, well, we've considered you. It was a very smooth, well-oiled executive sculpted letter, which is a way of saying, go yourself. And I think they made a money decision. If I know corporate executives, especially in the movie business, I know that they were thinking of the money, and I was thinking that they thought, if we release this film in all its glory, in all its effectiveness, and we send it, we get quite a lot of money out of South Africa. And I don't know that it's not unreasonable to think that the South African government could put a boycott on MGM films.
But couldn't they do that anyway, because it clearly is an anti-apartheid film?
Yes, they could do that, but I think...
Another part of Brando's beef with MGM is that he agreed to contribute all his money from the movie to an anti-apartheid organization, on the understanding that the studio would make a similar significant contribution. It's a promise that Brando says the studio failed to keep. May I ask you what your salary was for Dry White Season and why you contributed it in its entirety?
It's hard to tell, because my salary is up front is $3,300,000, which is what I got up front. But then I have 11.3% of the gross. So I have made in pictures with that deal as much as $14 million for 12 days' work. I got a rather silly movie. But if this picture, and as many pictures are doing today, making $100 million, I probably could stand to make maybe $10 million.
What do you think that MGM's reaction is to your complaints?
This guy said I'm going to shoot him and I'm going to blow up his family. They called the police department up. Now, what's the point of that? Obviously, I'm...
I mean, the CEO of MGM says that you threatened him.
Absolutely. I hired 2 detectives.
Did
now,
you?
What? Of course not. Well, what would be the point of it? I mean, I've got 9 children. Why would I want to jeopardize their lives? And, I mean, it's unthinkable. It's absolutely unthinkable. The only thing that I can figure out is that they wanted to get a jump on me because they wanted to portray me as some sort of unbalanced, fanatical person who really didn't deserve the time to be listened to. But they're mistaken, because I'm not going to go away. This is life and death. This is real life. We're talking about human relations. We're talking about human rights. We're addressing ourselves to racial issues, and that's why I care. Because it's not money, for Christ's sake. It's not...
Self-aggrandizement?
It's not self-aggrandizement. Well, what do I care? I've made all the money I need to make. I've won a couple of Academy Awards, if I was cared about that. I've been nominated, I don't know how many times, and I'm going to have a position of respect and standing in my craft as an actor in this country, and so what is it gonna... I don't need to gild a lily. I don't give a damn about that. I've made some real dogs, and I did it just for the money. And, but this I don't care about. I don't care about that.
I hear you complaining about this particular movie. Why don't you make your own movies? Because then you can do it exactly the way you want to do it.
You are making me really angry now, because I want to tell you in simple chapter and verse that I have tried to get on before the American public, before the world, a movie about the American Indians and the manner in which we committed, as a country, genocide upon those people. And I have been told to go take a flying, you-know-what, at a rolling donut.
Is that true?
That's absolutely true. For 10 years I've tried to do it. I've written so many scripts. I have gone with so many networks and to so many movie studios with this tale. They don't want to hear about it. They don't want to hear that America followed a policy of genocide. General Grant, one of our great heroes in America, called for the destruction, the annihilation of these people.
But you can get the money. Why do you think you
Why
can't get the money?
Why do you say I can get the money? I can't get Jeff Barbaco to agree to do this when I already gave them perhaps the equivalent of $10 million or $7 million or whatever it would be. You're not addressing yourself to that issue. That I've spent all this time, energy, and fret and foment about trying to get this picture presented properly, and I run into some country bumpkin producer who thinks it's a better idea and suits the interests of the financial interests of the company to, you know.
We asked executives at MGM to respond to Brando's allegations. They had nothing to say. Our interview with Marlon Brando continues in just a moment.